Hey Kaiju fans, so today we'll be taking a look at this Destroyah figure from Godzilla vs. Destroyah in 1995. This is the crab version of the evolution of Destroyah. It's made by Bandai Namco, and it is actually a Godzilla store exclusive, and that would be the Japanese Godzilla store. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. And if you do like our content, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel, and head on over to KaijuKingdomCollectibles.com. We have a lot of other great Kaiju products. Alright, so I think what I really do like about this figure, and maybe just the overall build, is the kind of the grotesqueness of it all. I'm not necessarily a person who likes like lobsters and crustaceans and sort of those bottom-dwelling sea animals, if you will, and I think this probably is one of the more disgusting, quote-unquote, Godzilla foes that are out there, as far as just being so nasty and insect-like and things like that. And I think this figure, it does represent a good representation of everything that was shown in the movie. So there are a few points of articulation here. So his I guess legs move kind of this way and that, as well as sort of these bigger arms. And I think you'll recall in the movie he's kind of crawling around the ground. I think this is maybe more of his intermediate form before he becomes fully erect, if you will, and standing upright. So this one, he's not as big as Godzilla, at least in comparison to size, but once he gets to his final form, obviously he gets quite a bit bigger. But yeah, this is really cool because, I mean, if you even just look at some of these legs, you can almost mistaken yourself from an actual crustacean, like you were going to a seafood restaurant or something of that nature. So yeah, it's actually, the feeling of the material is, it does really feel like a crustacean shell in a way. So, I mean, I guess I do have to hand it to Bandai Namco for maybe putting some extra effort into this guy. But you can already tell that the colorscape, in addition to not only how it feels, at least from my touch point, it's very much like the movie and very much akin to a robust crustacean. So I think that's a nice little added feature to this whole figure here. Now, if we just kind of take a quick look at the head here, I will say that this head is actually very well sculpted. There's a lot of crevices that you can kind of see, and at his mouth, as well as the ends of his I guess parts of his head, there are these kind of toenail things, or these nail things, and they're very well airbrushed in. You know, I can't say for sure if someone actually manually did this, or maybe this was all kind of factory automation, but nevertheless the head is quite nice, and certainly a lot better quality than some of the other Destroyah figures I've seen being issued over the years. And then, as I already mentioned, this is actually a Godzilla store exclusive, so unless you were to go there, you can't necessarily get it super easy, which I think is always nice, because it sort of incentivizes fans to make the trip, or at least solicit the services of a proxy service. Alright, that about wraps it up. Until next time, take care.